Pastor Matthew back with you. Welcome to kind of day 2 of the lead up to our brand new series coming this Sunday at the River Church, Miracles. I want to encourage you to jump into a life group over these next 6 weeks as we dive in together, launching this Sunday night at 6 o'clock. Also, don't forget to get your book, Miracles by Pastor Jeff Little. You can get them at the River Cafe or here in the Cove for $10. Stop by the church, we'll help you out. Yesterday, I shared with you kind of some of the pieces of what is a miracle and kind of laid out the series and where we're headed. I want to give you another scripture today in Acts 2:22. It says, "Fellow Israelites, listen to this. Jesus of Nazareth was a man accredited by God to you by," here's the word, "miracles, wonders, and signs, which God did among you through him, as you yourselves know." If you think about it, the first message ever preached in the history of the church, the Apostle Peter starts with these words. Jesus was accredited by God through, there's the word, miracles, signs, and wonders. Now, Peter had just experienced the day of Pentecost, so there was no doubting that God had showed up. But I want to help you kind of apply that passage today and then as well tomorrow. But I want you to ask yourself this question: what's going to happen when these miracles show up? Well, here's the first thing that's going to happen. Miracles will change how you and I see God. Let me give you the definition of a miracle that we'll be working with over the next 6 weeks as a church. It's an extraordinary event manifesting divine intervention in human affairs. Let me say it again. It's an extraordinary event manifesting divine intervention in human affairs. God's not scared of the tension that exists between many of us when it comes to this conversation. Matter of fact, I think God is inviting us into the tension. God's okay with the mystery of how all of this works together. Honestly, if you're looking for a code or a supernatural formula that's going to fit, there is no formula and there is no code. Here's why: because he's a supernatural God. He's a God who's always working, even when you and I don't understand. There's just those moments in life where you're like, God, I can't see you, I can't feel you, but can I tell you today, he is working. Oh, I love the book of Daniel. So many precious scriptures in the book of Daniel, but one of the most famous stories is in Daniel chapter 3, where we have the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. You pick that up in verse 17. It says, if we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve, see their faith right there? They're saying, hey, you can throw us in there, but the God we serve is able to deliver us from it, and he will deliver us from your majesty's hand. Verse 18, they go on and say, but even if he does not, we want you to know, your majesty, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold that you have set up for us to worship. I want you to think about how Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego put their faith in God in that moment today. And maybe as you go about your day and about this week, as you get ready for us to launch this brand new series, Miracles, this Sunday, September 22nd, think about, okay, God, where am I putting my faith today and going to allow you to work to bring about a miracle in my life? Look forward to seeing you again tomorrow morning. God bless.